I don't normally do videos of myself talking because I mostly just do concerts on here to upload those clips from those, but I'm a metalhead, it's what I like to do. But I also like to play games for maybe an hour or two a day. And one of my favorites for a long time was Destiny 1. It was a great game. Had a rocky start, but by the end it was good because they listened to us when we had problems. They addressed it. Gave us great DLC. Maybe not so great in every one of them, but at least it was something. And Destiny 2, nothing but controversy, a figure of it now, is nothing. It's not a great... It was fun at first, but when you find out that there's no in-game content, or as it's, pretty much now, there's all the in-game content is locked behind their loot boxes, aka the Eververse, which I will say it right now, I'll go back to this in a minute, is what's killing the game. Eververse is just killing the game. You hide everything that we could possibly want to play this for hours on end, to grind for, behind a paywall. After we've already bought your DLC, we bought the base game, it just does, it killed whatever little incentive I had. Curse of Osiris was the worst DLC that I have ever played in my life. It was... I don't want to say they're lazy, because I'm sure making a game is hard. But Curse of Osiris was just a piece of garbage. There was nothing. The story was horrible. The items you could earn, or even the ones they tried to make you buy, were horrible. There was nothing worth playing it for. And even then, the whole thing took me, I think, maybe an hour and a half. I hadn't played in 2 months by that point because there was nothing to do in this game. And it just wasn't fun. I did it with one character. And after I did that, I'm like, this is just horrible. I'm not going to go through it with the other two because I get nothing out of it. I'm not paying for one of their loot boxes for this. And it was just horrible. And Bungie just doesn't seem to listen to anybody. They don't seem to care. They've been caught, I don't know how many times now, for underhanded tactics with trying to force people to buy the DLC, locking them out of the heroic strikes and other stuff that you had access to before the DLC, trying to make you buy it. And we're at the Dawning, which is their Christmas event, which normally is, kind of fun, a little goofy, but fun and enjoyable. And it's not that. It's all the content locked behind a paywall. It's been you can earn some stuff, but and I don't expect to be able to earn everything within the time limit because I don't want to sit here for hours on end a day to do it. And even then, trying to just play it casually or whatever you choose to do, you can't even get it. They keep trying to incentivize you to buy the bright engrams from the Eververse to get the items you want. I've already heard from several people that even if you do the quests or whatever, there's no guarantee that you get the item. Eververse has killed Destiny 2. I mean, it just needs to be said. If you go on the Bungie forums, on their own forums, on Reddit, it's, I don't know how many countless pages of the same message. Remove Eververse. It just needs to go. And I hate to say that being a Destiny fan, but it needs to be said. Destiny 2 will be written off as a failure. It will be dead if Bungie does not start listening or wisening up. Because people don't want to play this game. They already had less of an incentive to play it before. You've basically just killed any that they had now. There's nothing for us. You disrespected us. So why should I play your game? Also, how to say this? Like I said, I'm not great with this, but cut me a break. You give us pretty much a lackluster game and expect us to forgive you again. It's not going to happen. You've got whether you love IGN or hate IGN, they have a show on their own channel called Fireteam Chat. It's pretty enjoyable. I've enjoyed it the 3 years I've been a Destiny fan. They've brought up some hard issues, and they've even said it. They've interviewed some people at Bungie at major events and brought those up. They've even said it on 2 of their live shows that they hated the DLC. They thought it was horrible. And on the latest one, they've even done it. They've said it loud and clear. They have no desire to play this game anymore. One, because of the lackluster content or the lack of it, or it just wasn't enjoyable, and the paywall of the Eververse, pretty much the cancer of Destiny 2. They're even talking on a show that's dedicated for Destiny only to start talking about other games on that show. If that is not a red flag that this game is on its deathbed, I don't know what else is going to signify that. You can look at how many big YouTube content creators that are out there who do Destiny videos. They're saying they're done. They're not doing anymore. Like myself today, I'm making that announcement. I've uninstalled Destiny 2 because I love that we are all standing together. Everyone's saying remove the Eververse, but I don't know if they are. And even if they do, I hate to say it, I think it's too little too late. They've lost the majority, the core of the audience, and I don't think they're ever going to get them back, no matter what you do. People are asking for refunds on this game from Sony and Microsoft. Whether or not they're getting them, I don't know. There's quite a few videos on that, on how to do that. Pretty much just type it in on YouTube or whatever, and you can find it pretty easily. I watched a couple videos of it last night. But I hate to say it, Destiny 2, I'm done. I'm out. There's nothing maybe I may reverse this decision possibly, even though I'm not very hopeful of that. Because I don't see them changing it. They've shown that they don't listen, they don't care, they haven't changed. So, I'm done. I am done with Destiny 2. And the 2 main reasons for that I'll give you is this. 1, horrible content or lack of it. I haven't had fun with it. And 2, I bought the season pass. I bought the base game. And yet I can't earn anything worth my time unless I pay you more money. That's not what I want. I'm fine, with some little things in there, microtransactions, maybe just, some specific armor set or some little things. Not everything that I could possibly want being behind a paywall. So, Bungie, I hope you listen to people because the voice is loud and clear. They're not going to take it anymore. Either get rid of the Eververse or mark Destiny 2 as a complete failure and move on to your next project. And I hope it's not Destiny 3 because no one's going to get it. So, and I've also seen polls on Game Informer, Kotaku, IGN's Fireteam Chat. They brought it up on their show. It has been overwhelming. Game Informer's was 60% thumbs down on the game. IGN's was 50, Kotaku was 50, saying they are not enjoying this game. And the other majority was basically a quarter or a third saying they did like the game, and the other 20%, I believe, don't quote me, I can't remember the exact percentages, say for the big ones, but they are saying they're undecided. That's not great. That is a great divisive, with the majority of it being they're not satisfied. So, you can't please fans every time, but you've really, you dug your grave at this point, and I think you need to lie in it and try to fix some things, but I don't think you can. I hope so. I would like to see this game come back, but I don't think it will. So I have to say, you know, I think people need to stop playing Destiny 2 until they fix it. Make it even more hard on them, saying I'm not going to play this, nor is anybody else, till you get rid of Eververse entirely, or you take all the in-game content that we want out of it and put it back in the game and make it worth playing again, so that we can actually get it by playing the game and not paying you any extra money. That's just my thoughts. You know, let me know what anyone thinks in the comments if you played Destiny 2 or if you've had the loot box problem like so many people have. Again, let me state, I play Destiny, but I'm not like one of those hardcore players. I played Destiny 1 all the way through, all their DLCs and everything else, so it's just not a good game. They ruined it. It just shows they didn't learn any lessons, or the ones they did learn, they just didn't pay attention to or didn't think of for this one. So, like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Peace.